Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, come at you with a TTM Mail Weeks recap. At least a couple weeks in here. First recap of the new year in 2022, so Happy New Year everybody. Wanted to come on here and do a recap. I got a few things in while I was on vacation in Texas at my cousin's wedding. We went down to Edinburgh, Texas, and he asked me to be a groomsman in his wedding, so I was honored that he would ask me to do that. So we got to spend some time down there and then got to go visit Grandma for a day in Del Rio, Texas. And then we made our way back through the snowstorm. I know a lot of people were asking, was I near, because we had some not wildfires, but technically it's arson, some fires that destroyed a lot of homes here in Colorado. I was not affected by it, although I do know some people who either know some people who were affected or may have been affected. Luckily, I am far away from that side of that, at least 30-40 miles away from there. So it did not come near me, but a lot of people were reaching out, so I do appreciate that. Definitely thoughts and prayers go out to the people who were affected by that. I believe there were still at least a couple people that were missing. It was crazy, yeah. We left in the warm weather, and then we're hearing about all this stuff about fires, and then we come back and there's snow. So we got our first snow of the year, pretty much, that actually stuck to the ground and didn't melt on the last day of 2021. So I have a few things that came in that were like Christmas related, and also a few TTMs. I will show the only TTM so far I've gotten this year. I haven't gotten anything since. It's a soccer return from Miss Zoe Morse, woman's professional soccer player. So she signed those two and then wrote a nice little note back right there. Let you pause if you want to read it. It says, Caleb, thank you so much for sharing your story with me and for putting time into your collection. I hope you are able to share these photos and this note with Bruce. I wish you both the best. Happy holidays, Zoe. So I'll see if I can maybe make a copy of this for Bruce so he can have it. So that was pretty cool. So far, the female soccer players I sent to have been really nice. We've gotten about 4 back, I think. 3 or 4 back. Then we'll just go through these in no particular order, just kind of how I opened them. This one's for Autographs for a Cure. This is Miss Joanne Benoit Samuelson. She's a Olympic athlete and a pretty well-known marathon runner. She signed, I think I sent her 3. Yeah. I sent that one. And we got this one. I believe she still runs marathons even today, and she's in her 60s, I believe. And she did sign the RSVP card for Autographs for a Cure and did want to get more photos sent to her in the future. So I'd already told Michael about that, and I will send that card to Michael in case he wants to keep it for his records, for his collection, just show all the people who sign. I usually send those to him. Unless they describe it to me, then I guess it makes it harder. She also did write back on my letter. I am trying to do some handwriting again. So that's, I guess, a New Year's resolution, is to conserve ink and handwrite some letters. So she put, Dear Caleb, I'm happy to enclose the signed cards for AFAC. What a wonderful idea and organization. Thank you for your involvement. Onward in good health. Best, Joanne. So, pretty cool. Nice little note from her. So thank you, Miss Samuelson. I really appreciate you signing for me and Michael. We'll make sure those get off to him. When I just sent off his package around Christmas time, and then I'll send another one here soon when I accumulate a decent amount for him. So next up, we got a Christmas card. This has come back from MrFisherbike. So definitely go check out MrFisherbike's channel. I believe he may have surpassed, I don't know. I was unable to catch up on videos, so I had a lot of videos I watched later. I was not able to get to them. So he might be at 1,000 by now, but I know he's trying to get to 1,000. But definitely go check out his channel. I'll put his link down below. says, "May it carry into the new year. Caleb, thank you for all you have done. Have a great holiday season. Your friend, Jason." It's got a great handwriting. Really jealous. I can't write that fancy. So he sent some cards for the collection here. We got Steve Carlton. This is from 2021 Allen Ginter. I don't have any 2021 Allen Ginters yet. Don Sutton. At least I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. We got Yogi Berra. We got his custom here. We got MrFisherbike. It's pretty cool. Biking 5K, I think. Or maybe he was just using that shirt that day. And we got CJ Cron, update, who was pretty solid for the Rockies. So he was a pretty good pickup, and they signed him to I think a 2 or 3 year extension. So see if he's the first baseman of the immediate future. Nice power hitter. Definitely his average went up. I know people say, "Oh, it's Coors." He didn't start out. He was in the low 200s and under 200 for a while there. And all of a sudden he was batting 280 at the end of the year. So the Rockies, they were bad, but they actually were. If they would have won more games on the road, they would have been much better. They had I believe they had the best record at home out of either all the teams or ever in its history. I can't remember. And we still somehow finished really close to the Padres, so we're a couple games behind them. But hey, it was pretty interesting season. Next up, we have a few items that were sent to us from Scott Masters. I'll also try and put a link to him, to his website and stuff, where he does interviews with World War II veterans, Canadian and American, and I think he's got a few others as well from other countries. But he's a professor there at the college and in Ontario, Canada, and he likes to interview these guys and put their stories on the website, so you can go check that out. So I'll try and put a link down below under MrFisherbike's link. But we got Mr. Don White, who he interviewed. He was born in Oshawa, Ontario on August 9th, 1924. So he is about 97 now. Be 98 later this year. He grew up against the backdrop of the Great Depression, attending school in Oshawa, and then enlisting after grade 12. He had joined the militia at the age of 16, and at 18 he joined the regular forces and was quickly sent out to Dunedin, Saskatchewan for basic training. From there he headed east to Nova Scotia, where Don was put on the Isle de France, bound for Greenock. A short stay in England followed, and then Don was sent to Italy. In Italy, he was assigned to the Royal Canadian Dragoons, a reconnaissance unit. In Italy, Don made his way up the peninsula, and when the war in Italy began to reach its end, he was sent to Marseilles, France, and from there up to Belgium and to the Netherlands. His unit continued their reconnaissance duties, scouting out the German positions and engaging them where they had to. Don's reconnaissance unit, or reconnaissance team, led the way in northern Holland, liberating one town after another and receiving warm greetings from the liberated Dutch people. Something that continues to this day. Don has received many accolades for his wartime service, and the government of the Netherlands has extended many of these. The Dutch Prime Minister mentioned Don in Canada's Parliament, and he was invited to the floor, where he received a standing ovation. In the summer of 2019, he was invited to take part in the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Friesland, the northernmost province in the Netherlands. Again, he was the guest, and the Prime Minister and Governor General Julie Payet was in attendance too. So he wrote down below in the letter, "All the best to you in the coming years. Don White, retired trooper, Don White, Royal Canadian Dragoons." It's got I don't know if that was him writing there, but he's got great handwriting. So that was pretty cool. So that's from Scott Masters at Crestwood Preparatory College, by the way. I think he actually sent me 3. So that was pretty cool. We got Arthur Webster here, who sent a few extra things. So we got a nice letter there. So he was 17 there, 94 too. So Arthur Webster grew up in the East End of Toronto, in and around the Beaches neighborhood. His father had served as a mechanic to the Royal Flying Corps in the Great War, and when the Second World War came, his 2 older brothers enlisted right away. heading overseas in December 1939. Arthur was 14 at the time, so he waited a few years and then went off with a friend to enlist in Hamilton. 6 months later, he was in Camp Borden, and from there he headed to Dundurn, Saskatchewan. So Mr. Don White and him maybe have ran into each other. Where regular training was supplemented by specialized winter ski and reconnaissance training. Arthur also met his future wife there. The two married before he left, and she went to Toronto to stay with his family while Arthur was overseas. He shipped over to England, and in August 1944, the 4th Division was in the thick of the fighting in Falaise. Arthur played multiple roles in his regiment, taking on the different crew positions in the tanks and driving a jeep and delivering supplies from the regimental headquarters to the frontline troops. They fought their way through France, Belgium, the Netherlands, and then crossed the Rhine to Germany itself. A married man, Arthur was high on the points list, and he was back in Canada by Christmas 1945. Reunited with his young wife in Toronto, Arthur went to work for the Toronto Fire Department and settled in the city's West End, and he and his wife fell into the rhythms of post-war Canadian life. And he just wrote a note saying, "Hello, Caleb, request is granted in regards to your interest in veterans' signatures." And he says, I think he says from Canadian veterans, which is definitely happy to add some Canadian veterans as well. So basically, Scott interviews these gentlemen, and he said, if I'm willing to include in my letters to military veterans to kind of direct their attention towards his site as well as the Veterans Breakfast Club, I usually do as well, which we were able to get at least a couple people to check that out. That are also interested in doing interviews, that he would just, ask these veterans in the interviews if they would be willing to sign something for me. And he also sends them to Henry as well. So that's really cool. He did send a letter. So, and then he sent a newspaper clipping along. So there he is. And I wonder if it has a date. It's got to be pretty recently. It's probably about 2017, so probably about 4 years ago. So still looks pretty good. So Mr. Webster, so thank you so much for your service and for signing for me. Then there's a card. We got a racing autograph. Eric Almarola on the 2018 Panini certified racing card. So still getting these cards back. It's pretty cool. Very nice. I don't think I had gotten Mr. Almarola yet, so that's pretty cool. I did also get a letter from Chris Jasper. I'll just show the note. However, I can't. He asked me not to show the picture because the autograph he was able to acquire was from a player he knows, but they typically charge for autographs, so he didn't want me necessarily showing that, just out of respect to him, because then people might be like always trying to contact Chris or Mike and say, how come you signed for so and so but for free and not for me? So that's all. They're not like a superstar Hall of Famer, but they were a good player. They played for a long time, a lot of accolades. So definitely blessed and happy that he thought of me to just for helping him make some photos, to even ask this person to sign. So I added them to the collection. So thank you, Chris, for that. Now, he doesn't have necessarily links other than his Facebook, which I could do if you want, if you just want to check out his Facebook. Then this is from Top Shelf, who's recently doing some videos again. I actually don't recognize who this is. Number 92 on the Colorado Avalanche. Maybe, I don't know if this is a recent person. We can maybe spend like a minute and just see. See if we can figure out who this is. I might actually. I was trying to think. If my computer will load. It is down. It is uploading a video right now. So It might be kind of slow. Let's just go to the website. We'll just look at the roster, this year's roster. I'm not sure if this is the current player or not. Where's... Okay, they don't have a roster list. Well, anyways, yeah. So I can't. I'll have to ask Jeff, but I'll include his link to his channel. I'm not entirely sure who that is. So I'm not super knowledgeable of hockey. I'm trying to learn a little bit, getting a little better every day, but definitely I don't know as much as I guess I should. I think that's it. I thought I had another one from Scott. What are these? Maybe did I already show it? Oh, yeah, Dawn White, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think that's it. I think we're all caught up. Unless something comes in today here on Saturday, which I may not get anything because the mail's been kind of sparse. So I don't know. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely go look at, if you have time, go check out the links down below. I really appreciate it, and they would too. Check out some other videos on the channel. I just put up a World War One episode for season 2 yesterday, and so that's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting, I thought. So I hope if you're interested in those kinds of things, that might be something up your alley. Also, you can check out some of the recent Antique Mall pickup videos that I uploaded. Sorry, the camera flipped itself the wrong way, but if you're okay with that and getting through that, those videos went live the past 3 weeks, so it's some stuff to watch there or listen to if you want. I'm going to be trying to watch some videos while I wait for the day to warm up and need to do oil changes and stuff around the house. So hopefully we'll accomplish those things today. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Happy Sunday. I will talk to you all later, and God bless. Bye.